So somebody answer that phone, because a lot of people called it. So this chapter 335 of Fairy Tail, I'm going to be honest with you, I foresaw, I didn't see it happening any other way other than Ultear using her powers to reverse time and saving Gray's life. I pretty much expected that. Disappointed in it. I'm very disappointed because it felt like, not that I wanted Gray to die, because he's actually one of my favorite characters amongst the Fairy Tail Guild. But I'm disappointed in the fact that it felt like it was really going down a dark tone. Even the beginning of this chapter felt like, yo, you got this person dying, Gray died, you got Romeo's father dying, or, he's about to die. It felt like it was really going dark. And then Ultear's sacrifice, which, by the way, your life is worth 1 minute backwards. Talk about a ripoff, a big ripoff of a freaking spell. But, reversing time and saving everybody, it just really felt like, I predicted it and I could see it coming, but it was just disappointing overall as far as that goes. I was just like, not what I wanted to happen. And then as far as Ultear giving up her life, she's like fried up there. I don't think she's dead. I think she's still going to be alive, and I think either Mavis or somebody is going to come. Here's what I would want to happen, and here's what I think is going to happen. I think Mavis or somebody is going to show up and heal her, whether it be like Makarov just starts dry humping her and puts magic or whatever. Whatever the case may be, I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think even Ultear is going to die from that. I think, you deserve a second chance. You're a good person, and she's going to survive. What I would like to happen, which would make things a bit more dark and a bit more crazy, would be for Zeruf, which I always use Zeruf as far as that guy that we've seen in the past or whatever in the Temerojima Island arc. If him or somebody really dark or even Rogue comes to her and sees her just barely alive and then just finishes her right there, that would be some really dark shit, because I don't think she's dead. I think she's just like all fried up or whatever, but she's not dead. She's gonna survive, but I would like to see it go a lot darker and see somebody just come and finish her off. So as far as that goes, it just really felt like, man, this was the opportunity for Fairy Tail to really take it. The jokes were finally over. And then this kind of happened, and you get the bone. Like, he throws you a bone, like, well, Ultear is dead, but how dead she really is, only time will tell, because I think she's still going to be alive there, and somebody's going to rescue her. And by the way, mentioning Mavis, where the hell is Mavis? All of a sudden, she's gone. Like, yo, where's Mavis? Just saying. So, a couple people's lives were spared, and Ultear really bought the big one with this one. That was pretty much the gist of the chapter. I feel as though, like, heroes shouldn't have dangled that ray of hope on us that shit was going to get really dark if he wasn't planning on falling through all the way with it. I'm just saying, it feels as though, like, you can predict it, but you're there hoping, like, yeah, maybe he's really going to come through with this one, and then, aww. That's pretty much how I felt with this chapter. Hopefully we get to get past this already, because it feels like we've been fighting for 1,000 years and we're not getting anywhere really, as far as let's finish off a dragon next chapter at least. At least let's get one of them down, or have another one switch sides or something along the lines of that, so we can get a little bit more progression, because pretty much the past 2 chapters, everything amounted to Ultear being fried up there. Gray didn't die, nobody died, there wasn't really any progression. It was more so these past few chapters, progression in Ultear and character development for Ultear. She pretty much realized, no, even though I did all these terrible things, I can finally, I can be good, I can be a good person. So, character development for Ultear, I'll definitely give it that. That was the main thing that these past few chapters was building up towards. It was changing Ultear, but if she's dead, then it was pretty much character development for a character that's about to die, so therefore wasted character development to begin with, or giving her a nice bookmark to her life, a nice, or closure, so to speak, to her life. So either or, it's whatever. I prefer for her, like I said, just to make it a bit more darker and show that, there's a real big threat here. Now's not the time to be, sparing lives, but we'll see how it goes. Overall chapter, I give it 2.5 out of 5. I mean, I'd give it 2.5 out of 5 just because we got the bone that Ultear maybe bought the big one. And again, I'm not a masochist. It's not like I'm sitting here like, yeah, die, die, die. But when you have this big threat and none of the main characters are dying in like a way, and the way he showed Gray getting bam, 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 it was just like Hiromashima, amazing. And then you come to this chapter and you're like, oh, so out the window, and Ultear is there knocked out on the floor or whatever. So we'll see how it goes, but that's pretty much our rating, 2.5 out of 5. Disappointed with Gray's revival, but I called it nonetheless. I figured, she's going to use Arc of Time or whatever. And it was really, once again, I felt like that was pathetic. Her life was worth 1 minute. But it goes to show that Arc of Time is no joke. And in a way, I'm glad that it didn't go back all the way before the gate opened up, because that would have been a real big, I guess, a real big easy way out of this whole thing. Like, yeah, just use that and you can reverse everything. So I don't know what's going to happen as far as that goes. Hopefully we in the next couple chapters get some progression with, like, slaying some of these dragons, or whether we open up the gates again, somebody's going to use all their magic. Because, like, if Acologia comes and shoots a blast or something and opens up the gate, you know, because it needs a certain amount of power to form and open up again. And if some a certain amount of mages give it the power, then it'll open. So if, like, let's just say everyone in Fairy Tail, or all the wizards there in Fior come and blast it to give it energy to try to give hope to, like, yo, let's reverse time, then maybe it'll be opened up again, and that'll lead to an arc that I was hoping to see, and that's the time travel arc. But we'll have to see. What do you guys think? Were you disappointed seeing the fact that, like, shit like, you know, Gray being revived? And again, while I like the Gray character, and it's like, yo, I didn't want to see him die, I thought it was better off that way, showing that, you know, we're in a crisis right now. We're in a big crisis. Do you think that he should have been revived the way he was? Do you think he should have stayed dead? Overall thoughts on that? Do you think Ultear is really dead, or is it just you know, her fried up and she's gonna get revived again? Let me know on that. And yeah, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for hopefully getting some crazy stuff to come, because right now I'm a little bit on the side of ForneverWorld. And as always, people, have an awesome day.